Today, we're diving into one of the most influential periods in world history, the Napoleonic Wars. This epic series of conflicts shaped the face of Europe and had ripple effects across the globe. So let's jump right into it. The Napoleonic Wars, fought between 1803 and 1815, were a series of intense conflicts that pitted Napoleon Bonaparte's French Empire against various European coalitions. These wars didn't just spring out of nowhere, they were rooted in the political upheaval of the French Revolution and the earlier French Revolutionary Wars. As France rose to power, Napoleon's ambitions led to an era of French domination over much of continental Europe. The Napoleonic Wars are divided into 7 major conflicts, with 5 named after the coalitions that fought against Napoleon and 2 after specific theatres of war. The first major clash erupted when Britain declared war on France in 1803, forming the Third Coalition. One of the most significant battles during this time was the Battle of Austerlitz in December 1805, where Napoleon crushed the Russo-Austrian forces. This victory forced Austria to seek peace. However, Napoleon's growing power alarmed other nations. Prussia led the Fourth Coalition in 1806, but once again Napoleon's forces triumphed, defeating the Prussians at Jena and the Russians at Friedland. Despite a brief peace, tensions quickly reignited. In 1809, the Austrian-led Fifth Coalition challenged Napoleon but faced a crushing defeat at the Battle of Wagram after an initial victory at Aspern-Essling. Napoleon wasn't just fighting battles on the field. He also sought to cripple Britain economically through his continental system. To enforce this, he invaded Portugal in 1807, eventually turning on his former ally, Spain, by deposing the Spanish royal family and installing his brother as king in 1808. But the Spanish and Portuguese people, supported by the British, rose in revolt. This led to the Peninsular War, a brutal and drawn-out conflict that saw the French eventually expelled from Iberia by 1814. Meanwhile, Russia was feeling the pinch of Napoleon's continental system and began to violate it. In response, Napoleon launched a massive invasion of Russia in 1812, a campaign that would end in disaster. The harsh winter, scorched earth tactics, and fierce Russian resistance decimated Napoleon's Grand Armée. This crushing defeat emboldened Austria, Prussia, Sweden, and Russia to form the Sixth Coalition. They launched a new campaign against France, culminating in Napoleon's decisive defeat at the Battle of Leipzig in October 1813. After Leipzig, the Allies pushed into France, capturing Paris in March 1814. Napoleon was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. But the story doesn't end there. Napoleon made a dramatic return to power in 1815, a period known as the 100 Days. However, his comeback was short-lived. The Seventh Coalition defeated Napoleon at the Battle of Waterloo in June 1815. This time, Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of St. Helena, where he would spend the rest of his life until his death in 1821. The Napoleonic Wars had profound consequences for the world. They spread ideas of nationalism and liberalism, influenced civil law, and set the stage for Britain to become the world's leading naval and economic power. The wars also sparked independence movements in Spanish America, leading to the decline of the Spanish and Portuguese empires. In Europe, the wars led to a significant reorganization of German and Italian territories and introduced new methods of warfare. After the wars, the Congress of Vienna redrew the map of Europe, establishing a peace that would last until the mid-19th century. And that's a wrap on the Napoleonic Wars. This period was a turning point in history, with effects that are still felt today. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.